how did you prepare for the role?
How did I prepare for? Well, first of all, I thought that I had to create my own choreography. So the night before, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? And then Maytham came out and he was like, all right, this is what you're gonna do. And I'm like, oh, thank God, because I don't know if this was gonna be. So it worked out, honestly. And I could, when it comes to that sort of movement, like I said, I'm not a dancer, right? But when it comes to that sort of movement, I feel comfortable picking that up real fast. So he taught it to me in like 5-10 minutes, and then we started shooting. And so like to prepare, it was really just like, what am I going to bring to set? Like, how am I going to act as this mime? Meanie, right? Meanie, I think that's me.
Yeah.
But it was mostly y'all already setting the stage and like telling, being very clear on your vision. That helped me prepare in the moment. So that was helpful.
I appreciate that. You were so easy to deal with. I mean, you were so lovely. Like, we enjoy your spirit. It was
Thank you.
This is it. And it's so much like that with like everybody on set. Even though we had our villain on set as well. And so we're moving on to you, Tharun. I'm gonna say it right one more time.
Tharun.
Okay, Tharun. All right. I know I messed it up on set as well.
No worries.
Yeah. I appreciate grace. Thank you for grace. I appreciate that. This was definitely one of the questions that I want to ask you, because we were like texting like back and forth about coming to set and like preparation. I know I sent you like a couple links. We talked about what we was looking for, but coming to set knowing that you are the villain, knowing that you have to be the evil one on set, what was that like to prepare? And is there anything that like, that kind of impacted you?
Interesting. Well, definitely I wasn't like, didn't go with that like method route of like always in character, I'm the villain kind of thing. But I don't know, just being quiet and like just observing and like seeing what everybody was doing and what the situation, what the circumstances were, and then trying to just like tailor my approach to like the scene that I had of going and being the villain. Just we talked about beforehand, like looking at some Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton kind of black and white silent film kind of things, and then nothing too crazy, because it wasn't like totally it didn't require like a long form telling of a narrative that much. It was more of impromptu. Me and Nate came up with a good choreography on the spot almost, of like, this is what the villain does, this is how he moves. And so I just took what he said, kind of put my own color to it, a little bit more spin of my own, and there we had it. We went for it, I guess.
Absolutely. And I love that little wave that you did at the end. I was like, that was so perfect. I just thought everything that when you were moving, I was like, that was his inspiration. Like, he came up with that. And again, I wouldn't have never been able to do any of that stuff. I don't have that form of imagination, which is why it was so imperative to work with Nate and to work with people like yourself who are extremely talented. I'm so grateful for that opportunity,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was such a wonderful experience to have y'all on set. And this was a very short film. I would say for the 2 weeks for the CFC challenge, that first week I had no idea what I was going to do. It wasn't until the second week that I knew what I was going to do, but I knew it was out of my range. So that's when I contacted Nate. I said, Nate, bro, like, we're like students, like we both go to LA Film School. And I called him and texted him, was like, hey, I have this wonderful idea, but I can't execute it. But it's right up your alley. It's stuff we've talked about in class. I definitely think if we work together, we can pull it off. And so clearly we had that completed, and then was able to get some wonderful cast to work that. And I'm just loving how everything is coming out, and that we didn't just put it on the shelf after we completed it.